Hello, good evening, and welcome back. No Deal Brexit plans to get 2.1 billion boost, which is great news, essentially, because it's saying to all the EU bureaucrats, hey, it doesn't matter what you throw at us because we're going to be prepared for a no deal, which means if we do leave without any concessions at all, without you wanting to work with us, then not only will it hurt you more, but we're not afraid of that. So throw whatever you like at us, we'll be fine. Moreover, this provides predominantly jobs for the British people, whether they're British born or not, or they're just actualized citizens. And it's also very reassuring to Britons abroad, as we will get to. So the government has announced an extra £2.1 billion worth of funding to prepare for a no-deal Brexit, doubling the amount of money it has set aside this year. Nothing in comparison to 39 billion that the EU want, though. And we have 450 billion, 650 billion, something like that. But half a trillion pounds in the central EU banks, we could just say, yeah, we want that as well. So we're going to take out that. Good luck. Good luck propping up the EU-SSR when we take that out, because that's all socialists know. The plans include more border force officers and upgrades to transport infrastructure at ports. Suppose they haven't said this is racist. There'll also be more money to ease traffic congestion in Kent and tackle queues created by delays at the border. Yes, we could really do with a better rail service. Um, Even up in the north, if only there was a plan to. Oh, wait, there is a plan to increase the rail network in the north. Seems we'll be fine then. If you could replace these lorries with trains, they'd be far more efficient. And Brunel had a guy today, which is why we're still using his over 100 years later. I mean, he wanted them even wider, but we'll see if we can get that. And then you need the overhead gantries. You're going to have taller trains. Got to get rid of a load of bridges. Yeah, see how that goes. There'll also be more money to each. Yeah, cool. Other measures include money for stockpiling medicines to ensure continued supplies. There'll also be a national program to help businesses. I'm sure they'll take it out themselves. Plus, with the decreased value of the pound, which they call is a weaker currency, it just means that it's easier for exports. It's not necessarily a problem. With 90 days until the UK leaves the European Union, it's vital that we intensify our planning to ensure we're ready, says Chancellor Sajid Javid. Announcing the move, we want to get a good deal that abolishes the anti-democratic backstop, but if we can't get a good deal, we'll have to leave with that one. I like your mentality. This additional £2.1 billion will ensure we are ready to leave on Halloween, deal or no deal. But Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell, why does anybody care what he has to do anymore? But of course, he's going to attack it because he doesn't understand the reality. Described the plans as an appalling waste of taxpayers' cash, all for the sake of Boris Johnson's drive towards a totally avoidable no deal. Well, it isn't avoidable, considering what the Labour Party are doing. And then the Lib Dems on the stop it completely. Labour Party don't really know what they're doing about remaining or leaving, do they? He added, this government could have ruled out no deal and spent these billions on our schools, hospitals, and people. No, they couldn't. You wouldn't have approved of anything. Labour is a party for the whole of the UK. No way, it's for the middle classes. We know this. Needs laughing as revolutionaries. So we'll do all we can to block a no deal, crash out Brexit. I like the idea of crashing out, though. Doesn't that just sound more? Uh, so it's more of a fighting spirit. Prime Minister Boris Johnson previously said he is willing to take the UK out of the EU on Halloween, whether Brexit has been agreed or not. The new money consists of, here we have the breakdown, £1.1 billion, which will be provided to departments and developed administrations immediately, while a further billion will be made available if needed. It won't be needed, but you see, when government has money like this, they have to spend it for some who knows reason. It comes on top of 4.2 billion allocated since 2016 for Brexit preparations by previous Chancellor Philip Hammond. Not all of that money would have been spent on getting ready for a no deal scenario, of course, even though a lot of the business is saying, hey, just tell us what's going to happen because we just need to know so we can prepare accordingly. Measures announced by Javid include 344 million to be spent on new border and customs operations. Think of the jobs. This includes recruiting an extra 500 border force officers in addition to 500 already announced, although there'll also be more money for training customs agents and processing UK passport applications. Sounds good. I mean, the salary of construction workers has already gone up, with an average to just under £50,000 now. Of the rest, 108 million will go on promoting and supporting businesses to ensure they're ready for Brexit. I'm sure they're fine. But of course, they're going to take the money. Who wouldn't? Including a national program of business readiness and helping exporters to prepare for and capitalize on new opportunities. They'll be fine. There'll also be public information campaign and an increase in consular support for Britons living abroad at a cost of £138 million. I understand that. If people have been paying in taxes for that support around the world, not just in the European Union, then you would, I'm sure, greatly appreciate that continued support. I mean, same goes for any social welfare services, pension, something like that. That if you pay in, you want to be able to receive from it, but don't expect anything. Just take care of yourself, sort your own life out, do what you can with what you've got, make the most of it, make yourself a better person, find your goals, define them. That means you'll have clear parameters for success as well as failure, so you'll know when you failed, which makes things really uncomfortable. But it's important to have heaven to run towards as well as hell to run away from, otherwise you procrastinate too much and don't achieve things. So, there we go. That is it for now. Let me know what you guys think, if this is good news or bad news. And I'm always intrigued to see what you guys have to say. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.